Hello folks, I got our video for you. This is a Husqvarna riding mower. I'm going to show you how to remove the deck. First thing I'm going to do is to lower the deck down as far as it will go. I'll go ahead and disengage the deck belt so that I can remove it by taking that lever and swinging it over. Now I'll go ahead and remove the deck belt from the pulley right here in the front. Then I'm going to go ahead and pop this pin out right here. What I need to do, I need to push down on this side so that I can pull it out. Take the washer off. And now this should just slide right off. Now it's just hanging there. I'll go to this side over here and I'll do the same thing. Pop this clip off. Take the washer off. And I'll move this out of the way. And it just swings back. Just leave it there. It's not hurting anything. Also, I have a stabilizer bar bracket right here. I need to take this off and remove the stabilizer bar. Don't lose the washer. The bar should come right out. On the stabilizer bar, just grab it, push it toward the center of the mower, and then pull it straight out, and then get it out of the way. There's a stabilizer bar. It's best to take it out, especially if you have to move the mower, because you don't want that hanging on the ground and get damaged. Now, if you see this bar right here, it's bolted here, but if you follow it up, so I'm going to take that clip there off and drop this bar and get it out of the way. There's one on both sides. Remember, there's one on this side as well. Got the bolt, got the latch pin. Push down on the latch pin, push it forward, shoots right out. Pull this off, drop it down. Now come up here to the front of the deck. You got one more pin right here. Go ahead and grab it from the bottom and push up on it, and it should pop right out. And you have a washer on there. Don't lose the washer. Get it out of the way. You can also come right up here on the front. You got another pin right here holding this in. You can either set it aside or you can take this pin out like I'm going to do and pull this out and get it out of the way, because I'm going to have to move this mower and I don't want this to get damaged. So what I'll do is I'll take this pin here out and then I'll push this one through. I'm going to go ahead and pull the deck back up. I'm going to turn the wheels to the right. I'm going to pull the deck out from under it. Put this handle back onto here so it'll be something good to hold on to. So when you pull it, you got leverage. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and replace all three spindles because all three of these spindles are bad. Okay, as you can see, I've moved this back open to get it out of the way, because I'm going to be taking off these bolts right here. They're small. They're like 3/8, and there's a couple in each one of these little panels. So as you can see on both sides, both of those safety covers have to come off. Here's the two little bolts that are holding them on. As you can see, it will also accept a star bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pulley off, that pulley off, and this pulley off. I'm going to take all three of these nuts right here off the top of each one of them. I'm going to go ahead and use a good impact wrench with a 22mm socket. I'm going to go ahead and hold this pulley. Comes right off. Might as well go ahead and get the belt off the deck and out of the way. Take a picture of it so you know how it goes back on. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip it over because I need to take the blades off. I used a 17mm socket with the impact wrench to get these blades off. As you can see how this is wore, that's the problem with all three of these. There's no lub there sticking up to hold the blade in place. Now go ahead and flip it back over. Hey, now I'm going to go ahead and unbolt the spindle housing. I'm going to go ahead and prop this up on a couple horses. Okay, I've got it propped up, as you can see, on a set of horses. Going to make it a lot easier to get those out and back in. Since these spindles are still on there and I haven't taken them off yet, I'm going to have to use an extension to get in here to take these bolts out. Now this pulley here just happened to come right off. Now as you see, once the last bolt comes out, this is going to drop through the bottom. And I'm going to pull it up out of the way. So you can see it looks like it's got a cage on it right here. So I'm going to have to clean that up and put it back on. Now as you can see, the spindle did not come off this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rubber mallet hammer. I'm going to try and pop it right on through. Because this spindle's no good anyway. And that takes care of that one. And now I'll go ahead and unbolt that one and see if the spindle comes off. If it don't, I'll take it off the same way. Okay, now I want to show you. I see how I got this off. What I did, I put this long extension on there, and as I took it out, this socket actually hit this and brought it up and took it off of the shaft. As you can see, somebody's been hitting something pretty hard because all three of them had dents in them like that, so I'm going to have to go back here and see if I can straighten that out on this one as well. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to put it back together. Here's the part. It came with the top bolt, came with 4 new bolts, came with the bolt to hold the blade on. I'm going to go onto the internet and show you where to find this part and how to order this part. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this ring. I'm going to drop this down in the ring, and I'm going to put it up through the bottom to come right up through here. I'm going to bolt it down. Go ahead and get a couple bolts in it where it will stay there and not go anywhere. Go ahead and put the other 2 bolts in. Tighten all 4 of them down. Do that with each one of these. That's 1. That's number 2. And that is number 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and install all 3 of the pulleys on top of the housings. You have a washer. Make sure that washer goes on first. Take the pulley, put it on top of the washer. Then go ahead and tighten your nut down on top of that. Now make sure your pulley spins. Now go ahead and do the other 2 the same way. Now I'll go ahead and I'll put the blades on. Now I'm going to go ahead and take all these bolts off the bottom of that housing. Now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the blades on each one of these spindles. As you can see, this blade right here, it should fall right on those spindles. Now I'll go ahead and put it on the ground. While it's still on the ground, I'm going to go ahead and grease these fittings, and I'm going to go ahead and put the belt on. I'm going to go ahead and use this new grease gun I bought. You get what you pay for. I got a Lincoln. It's been working great for me. I even bought this right here. This makes it a lot easier to grease with, believe me. Just stick it on there. Start greasing. Great little tool right here. Now we have to put the belt back on. Remember how it went on. I'll take a good look at this diagram because right here's how it goes. If I pull this over here loose, lift it up, it'll look just like that. Right now I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up so I can get it under there. I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 safety guards on there to keep the belt from coming off. Now those safety guards will actually help to keep the belt on the pulley. Now that everything's back together, you're ready to put the deck back on. Just grab the wheels and push. These two wheels right here, you can do it from either side. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to its lowest level. I'm going to go back underneath here. I'm going to stick this rod right back through here. We'll go ahead and grab it and put it through this hole right here. I'm going to go around to the other side. We'll go ahead and put the washer on it. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the clip down in here. Now it's secure. Now I also need to put a clip right here. I'm going to take the other clip that came out of there. I'm going to turn it this way and shove it up over top. That way that bar cannot go back through there. Now go ahead and take this bar right here and line it up with this little notch sticking out and push it on there. If you have to, move the deck over to where it will go on there. There we go. Now it's on there pretty good. Slide your pin in. That's not coming off. Do the other side the same way. Okay, just grab that bar, pull it up. If it don't go on there, just move the deck around a little bit to where it falls in. Just like that. If you have to push the deck over, push the deck over. Once you get it to pop into that little indent sticking out, go ahead and take your pin and pop it in there. Now it's secure. Now we'll head to the back. Okay, remember our stabilizer bar? We're going to go ahead and put that on right now. Okay, we're going to reach in here with the stabilizer bar. And there's a hole right up here. It's right there. Just take the bar and take it to the center of the deck. It'll go through there. Turn it around. Bring it back towards you. Now this hole right here, go ahead and stick your stabilizer bar in there. If your deck's too far over, just move it in a little bit. That way your stabilizer bar will come right on through, and you can go ahead and put the washer on it and then go ahead and throw the pin in it. Now just go ahead and make sure it hooks up to right there. Throw a washer on there, throw the pin in there. This is the other side. Just go ahead and throw that on there. Put your washer on there. Go ahead and put your clip in it. Now the next thing we'll do, we're going to go ahead and take this handle, pull it out, because that's going to take tension off the belt. I'm going to go right down here underneath the deck. I'm going to check all my belts and all my pulleys, make sure everything's on there. Everything looks good. I'm going to take my belt up here and I'm going to put it on this pulley right here. That's the drive pulley. Then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab this handle. I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to latch it in that latch right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and raise the deck up. Came up. Now what you want to do is find the model number. It's usually under the seat. So we'll go over here, push the seat up, and it's right there. So I'm going to use that model number to find the parts. Now that you have the model number, go ahead and go to Google and type in partstree.com. Now go to this link right here. Now it's going to give you a bunch of options for different products. Since we have the model number, go up here and type it in. This is the one I'm looking for. I'm going to search. Now it's giving me two options. This is the one I'm looking for. Click on it, and now it's going to give me some more options. This is the other model number that's on the tag, so I'm going to click on here. Now if I scroll down, this is the mower deck that I'm working on. So if I go down here, here's the housing right here. As you can see, now if I click on 13, it shows me the whole assembly. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Right here it is. It is $36.88 plus tax plus shipping. And if you take this number right here You can probably Google it and see if you can find it elsewhere on the internet. Could be getting it cheaper if you can. But this is how you go by finding this part and ordering it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with friends. Thanks for watching.